Too much is never enough. In this issue of Video Fashion News, designers push glitz and glam to dazzling extremes. At New York Fashion Week, Bronx and Banco look to Europe for a sexy and sparkling Fall 2022 collection.
My inspiration this season was my trip to Red Light District in Amsterdam and Paris, Crazy Horse and Moulin Rouge.
Deborah Sawoff designs for a woman who wants to dress up even when staying home.
We're in fashion and you still want to dress up, so I wanted to make it a little more fun and exciting and quirky and, and silly and daring.
The Blondes take us down the rabbit hole on an Alice in Wonderland-inspired runway. Then see how the dynamic duo's label has evolved season after season.
We want to really inspire our clients and our customers to have fun with fashion, experiment, add a little color, and have a good time.
Antonio Chavez showcases wearable art on his Los Angeles runway, while Ashish Gupta makes a statement with a whole lot of glitter. Plus, step into the Video Fashion Archives, where John Galliano makes dreams come true at Christian Dior.
It is truly where you come to see couture for. I mean, John, worked the hand, he did the look. Normally he goes to over the top. But this was ultra chic over the top.
All that and more on Video Fashion News.
My inspiration this season was my trip to Red Light District in Amsterdam, as you can tell, and Paris, Crazy Horse and Moulin Rouge. You've seen a lot of skin, let's start with that. A lot of rhinestones, a lot of sequin, and a lot of feather. I usually work a lot with silks and a little bit of metal, which I've been liking more and more.
Fabulous. I expected nothing less. I love sequins, rhinestones, body, legs, face. I'm a beauty blogger, so I just love seeing bright makeup finally in full glam. I'm tired of this no makeup. It's time to bring makeup back.
Absolutely loved the collection. I love that she lets the models have fun because it matches the clothing vibe, it's really fun, it's sexy, and that's what showed on the runway. The all black with the straps, the girl with the hat, do you know what I'm talking about? She had on a hat and she had an all black strappy look. That was my favorite one. Oh my God, maybe Greece? I don't know, I see myself in Santorini or Monaco or something. Somewhere dramatic where everybody wears the looks and nobody looks at you sideways. Everyone knows that's the vibe.
She's confident and daring and loves to stand out in a crowd. She's a beautiful woman.
Are you kidding? The colors, the metallics, the shine, everything was incredible. I cannot wait to get my hands on some pieces. Oh my God. Okay, so there's this tiger see-through crystal moment. Absolutely need that. The purples, anything purple and pink.
I love them all. And I like to make dresses that quite individual and they all stand out in one way or another. So I would say that one because I can hear it from there.
Oh my gosh, all the sequin, the huge sequin plates, mirrors, love it, need it, yesterday, on my body, obsessed.
I think we are young and fun, and we are very different from what's on the market. And Bronx just always have fun. Like, you're gonna come to our show, you know you're gonna have fun, and it's always different. There is never the same show. I'm the only designer. I don't have assistant. I wake up one morning and I can be good mood, bad mood, pink mood, and that's how I design. It's very different.
There's one designer at the helm, but it takes a small army, or at least a tight-knit family, to produce the Christian Dior Haute Couture show.
It's a family because, we all share this vision and, we are all together because a show like that, it's a big organization. The light has to be perfect, the makeup has to be perfect, everything has to be perfect. And John is orchestrating all this and giving his vision. And my role is to be sure that everything is on time.
The collection was inspired by the portrait of Madame X, a scandalous painting of a notorious 19th century beauty.
Emily Gautreau, fantastic French socialite. She was a French Creole, painted by John Singer Sargent, and it caused a huge scandal in Paris in the 1830s Expo because he painted her in a very graphic way, very Dior, with this blooded moving background, and her strap was falling down. And you've seen the pose, it's very contemporary. And it ostracized her from society, it ruined her career. And from that painting, he had to escape. He went to London and then started to paint in a symbolist way. Eventually, he repainted the strap back on her shoulder and sold the painting to the Metropolitan.
It is truly where you come to see couture for. I mean, John, worked the hand, he did the look. Normally he goes to over the top, but this was ultra chic over the top.
Symbolist artists that were an inspiration were Gustave Moreau, Gustav Klimt, and Aubrey Beardsley. So the second section was inspired by the chimera, which was a symbol that they all use, a very dark, a gothic, romantic symbol, half woman, half snake, half lion, taking the textures and really inspiring the embroiderers for that.
It's not a literal application of any sort of inspiration ever for John, it's really him. So what we're trying to do is to give the girls poses and give them an attitude and give them a beauty that they have, but help them express that and show all those details to everybody in a very intimate and luxurious way.
It's so much fun because you just get to act and play around, and it's not just up and down the catwalk and that's it. I mean, I came backstage after coming off the catwalk and I was like, oh, come on, let's do it again, it seemed like the catwalk was too short.
The third section was Le Fleur de Mal, the poetry by Baudelaire, and looking at early 19th century and 20th century perfume bottles and their packaging.
No, John doesn't think of hats and clothes, he thinks of the same thing together at the same time. The shape of the jacket with the silhouette of the hat, how does it finish this off?
And the last section, of course, was Salome, the greatest seductress there ever was.
It's always a wonderful spectacle to come to these shows. And, it's always one wonders what he's going to do next. It's full of fantasy and it's a dream.
I think John is a real successor of Mr. Christian Dior, and it shows. When you see a défilé like today, it's obvious. It's him, nobody else.
The new shapes, the work on the embroidery, his vision, those colors, this energy was a beautiful gift made by John again to the House of Dior.
It's nice to have those moments in life that kind of give one that little extra oomph, you know, that little moment of joy and beauty.
Women will always want to dream, and as long as there's women that want to dream, I'm here to create their dream.
Designer Antonio Chavez presented his spring 2022 collection on the runway at Los Angeles Fashion Week. Hailing from Toronto, Canada, Chavez designs, in his words, wearable art couture, crafting bold garments that turn heads with sensual silhouettes and eye-catching sparkle. Each piece was more glittering than the last, dripping in crystals and metallic shimmer. All glitz and glam from Antonio Chavez. For spring 2021, Deborah Sawoff conjured an opulent fantasy for her Taille Blanc customers.
COVID's taught us so many lessons, and one of them is not to think too far ahead and work and enjoy the present, live in the present, and that's just my philosophy for my brand. We presented spring. It was really the video and the story behind it is, we've all been stuck at home behind the computer, and we're in fashion, and you still want to dress up. So I wanted to make it a little more fun and exciting and quirky and silly and daring, and that's what we did with the video. The collection, as always, Taille Blanc is about detail. Whether it's my handbags or my apparel, my focus is detail, and maybe because the first side of fashion that I was introduced to was couture. I love 4-ply crepe as a fabric for women, and when I started to do apparel, I was thinking about myself, and I thought about the corporate woman, and she wants to be beautiful. She doesn't want to just wear a black suit or a blue suit all the time. She wants to be a little fun, a little feminine, and yet be taken seriously. So the crepe material allows you to travel. I've used a lot of silk organza. We've used cottons especially for summer, but the slightly formal wear is heavy 4-ply crepe and organza. I want to say it's about details. If you ask me, it's feminine. It can be sporty. You dress it up, you dress it down, you layer it. And as one of my amazing friends and clients said to me, she says she loves the brand because it's conserve sexy. So that's a new word now.
The look today at the Blondes is inspired by Alice in Wonderland, or more like the Queen of Hearts. There's lots of reds and pinks in the makeup.
The look is very pink, you know. It's a high ponytail at the height of a ballerina. And the tail of it, we decided to attach an extension of their favorite blonde and sprayed tons and tons of pink. And we twisted it, we spun it so it's kind of dreaded.
Well, the inspiration is always revolving around our fascination with film and the directors that inspire us. So this season it was like Greg Araki meets
Marilyn Monroe meets
Alice in Wonderland meets.
Yeah.
If FKA Twigs and Miley Cyrus had a love child, that's what the beauty and the style would be for the show. That was the whole inspiration. And Kabuki came up with these incredible nets of crystal. They were all done out of Preciosa crystal. We had incredible accessories this season from Majesty Black, custom gloves, beautiful nails from C&D that were literally using like Preciosa crystals everywhere. And we had like Louboutin boots that were all custom made. Everything was done completely like within the theme of the show and very pink.
Oh my God, we used tons of Preciosa crystal. We used leather. What else did we use?
We used so many different materials and
neoprene,
techniques.
printed neoprene.
Yes. It's like a huge mix. So whatever the theme or the look calls for, whatever it needs to construct it or make it happen is what we use.
The details on our pieces are really intricate. There's like this one piece that's completely star embroidered, and you can't really see that from the runway, but if you take a really good look, every single star was hand stitched with a bead to seal that star. So it's pretty cool.
I've always been such a fan of the blondes for years and years and years. It's almost like a little bit of couture in a week of ready to wear, so I love it.
The person we designed for is a stage girl, but
she's not shy.
She isn't shy. She wants to be seen. She's always on the go, you know, in the hot lights. So.
Well, it's not just for the girl who wears our clothes on stage or the girl who wears our clothes to go out at night. You know, we want to really inspire our clients and our customers to have fun with fashion, experiment, you know, add a little color, you know,
a little color,
and have a good time.
Cheers.
Step into the Video Fashion Archive to see how the blondes have evolved season after season. British Indian designer Ashish Gupta used his platform at London Fashion Week to send a passionate message to the fashion community. On a set unmistakably inspired by The Wizard of Oz, Gupta channeled a spirit of optimism and celebrated self-expression with his signature colorful statement-making designs.
We're so happy, we're happy and we're free. We like to skip, we like to jump, skip and jump with me. Skip and jump.
The designer used an infinite amount of glitter and sequins and went over the rainbow with his color palette for fall 2017.
We live in the woods, a happy family. We sing and we dance and we play. So come along and join the fun every single day.
Gupta also used empowering slogans that referenced both pop culture and politics to convey a message of love, respect, and unity. While Gupta is known for his playful, lighthearted approach to design, his fall runway is proof that fashion isn't always frivolous. It can also make a serious statement and tell a story of light and hope in even the most uncertain times. Inspired by fairy tales and old Hollywood glamour, the design team behind House of Junon transported us to a crystalline fantasy world for fall 2022. That's a wrap on this issue of Video Fashion News. Tune in next time for another fashion experience.